Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. Another day of the Gravitational Report. Very good energy. So you probably feel it under pressure, under stress, facing fears, facing challenges, trying to establish a new kind of like directions and new ways of structures of how can you be the new thing. Here is a message for you guys, for those who watching here at the channel, is when the new thing comes in, when the new opportunity rising, there is going to be a new ways of coming into you, and you need to learn how to control your emotions. Over the astropsychology, when you take a look at it, this moon with Neptune, it is about bringing in the depth of the emotions. But since the moon is going to be crossing today into Aries, that is the power of the emotional wheel of control. Can you be able to control your emotions? And sometimes the over emotions, they're going to be taking over. They're going to be creating all this energy. We're going to see at the 10 p.m. Energy. But overall, the energy is going to be amazingly good, amazingly great. A lot of good expressions, and the wheel of the changes is going to be like within us. So with that being said, in the morning the moon is going to be at 26 degrees. It's going to be passing through Saturn today. In the morning, later on, she's going to be joining later on Neptune, and a little bit after 2 o'clock she's going to be joining within Aries. It's going to be some very kind of like a rebirth shift, because this depth of the emotions, these structures that you had in there, all of a sudden you're going to move from that structure. You're going to go and discern what is the illusions, what is the visions, and then you're going to be exercising the wheel of your emotions. Yes, I crossed over. Yes, I got the things that I needed to get. So with that being said, here we're going to see this energy coming up at 7 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, the inner work is going to be squaring particularly the all this pack of planets we are talking about in Aquarius. This is a Scorpio Aquarius energy. Of course, those are the fixed signs, and please be flexible. Please be flexible during this time, particularly, this energy that's going to be coming in towards us. Actually, that was it at 6 o'clock energy, not at 8, because at 8 o'clock the inner work is going to be with. There was a differences within the software here. Clicking the wrong button. Excuse me about that. But the inner work at 8 o'clock actually is going to be with Lilith. The shadow is going to come out, and it says like, enough is enough. I have these issues. It's finally I have to go ahead and do it. Hola, buenos días. Gracias, estoy aquí. Ajab, thank you for coming in. And talking about this energies here, Uranus is going to be playing a lot of big points of this, because Uranus is going to be trying to call this back. It's time to remove certain things. It's time to rebel. It's time to be in a proper way. It's time to put everything in its place. Okay? No more hidden agendas, no more hidden parts, no more hidden things, because hidden things, they are never never getting into this for it. So with those energies that we are going to be seeing it at 8 o'clock, later on we're going to see this energy at 9, as the inner work is going to be moving into Sag, is going to be with Jupiter, very powerful divine energies. So with those divine energies, they are going to be coming in. We're going to see also trying towards Chiron, healing the inner child from within. Okay, so the ascendant is going to be at Pisces, which is going to be squaring Uranus and Lilith. That is going to be those unprecedented events that all of a sudden is going to come in and twisting certain things, breaking certain things, getting at the things that are in a soul magical, powerful way. Okay, but there could be unprecedented events that you cannot predict it. So with those unpredictable events, if you're particularly Pisces, you're probably going to be feeling this energy. All right. Later on, we are going to be seeing it at 11 o'clock. There's going to be the inner work is going to be towards Capricorn. It's going to be opposing Jupiter. A lot of the part of the growth of the family patterns that are going to be coming. Okay. Hopefully, you deal with this. As I said on the reports earlier, Jupiter is going to be moving direct by March. Okay, now it's January. We got another 2 months. Don't stress over about that you're trying to resolve these issues about family and learning and so on. Okay, because we've been doing a certain things about families for a while in a totally destructive mode. Now you have to go back and heal certain patterns and put the things in perspective as the way we are built, right? So, but we are innovating because we are learning from mistakes, but we're also learning from what? From the suppressions. Because guess what? We didn't have the freedom, right? To be ourselves. Now, that's the freedom of being ourselves is the age of Aquarius. And how you going to be exercise your will is going to be a very powerful. All right. 12 o'clock, the inner work is going to be with Pluto's. We are talking about this. Ascendant is going to be opposing Lilith. Of course, that power of the shadow right now that it's coming in towards us, it is a tremendously good. Taking the stuff out, fix it your own mistakes, get to work. Kind of like you getting a chance, okay? Another chance you to do the things right. Don't miss that opportunity in there. Thank you guys for the good comments, but I don't drink alcohol. I'm a, what is that? What was the word in there? I'm trying to put it. I'm a more than just allergic. Okay, I'm not just allergic to alcohol. I'm more than just allergic, but granddad, just because I look in there for it, in their opinion, it's up to you. All right, but please keep it the chat towards the astrology. I would love that. Thank you. All right. So, what are you going to be exercising your authority? We're going to see Uranus. That's going to be coming in at the ascendant is going to be at the 12th house. That is it about the moment. Is about you to go ahead and look at the things they're not built properly within your spirit, because your spirit is going to be talking to you. I mean, you can hide anything and everything from other people. You can put the face mask and you can be wherever you want to be, not your own self. And this is what Uranus wants to go ahead and change. All right, 1 o'clock. The inner work is going to be still on Aquarius. This is going to be have some aspects in there. The ascendant is at Gemini. That is a sextile towards Chiron. It is about times to heal this, childlike acting from within you. It's time for you to become this evolved personality. It's for your own good. We're not talking about others yet. Talking about your own good. And this is why in this very beautiful moment right here, we have a Chiron that it's stuck for a while at Aries. So it can be able to distinguish between maturity and immaturity, between the trauma from a childhood and growing up the way you are. A lot of the people right now, okay, they are dealing with inner child healing in there because the traumas that happen in the childhood. And what is the great philosopher says? It's much better to teach a children than fix an adult who is broken. Okay? So this is a one of a good energy because some of the people is going to be able to heal the inner child from within. 2 o'clock, very, very powerful moments. That's what I was talking about here. We're going to see some that the moon it's moving out of Neptune and it's going into areas. Here is where you're going to be learning to exercise your willpower of your intuition, but in a good way. In there, that energy is going to be opened for you to create new things in a totally new way. Okay. So since you don't know the new things, you don't know how to create it in the new way. But when the new things comes in, you're going to be start thinking of how to get it with the new ways. So it's going to be required to open up right here a little bit and digging into your subconscious, because subconsciousness knows how to deal with things in emergency situations, right? But if you're not in emergency situations, you're in an evolutionary state within your own self. Guess what? The evolution is going to pull everything. It's going to be helping you how you to create the new things from within. All right. So with this being said, up here we're going to be seeing it later on at 3 o'clock. The energy is going to be some very, very beautiful trines towards Jupiter. A lot of a growth that comes in. But 4 o'clock is going to be some amazing energy, because it's going to be some lots of power here. We are talking about the inner work with Neptune and Saturn. You're taking into the new count. Everyone helps here. Everyone helps here. And that is the willpower right now that we are going to be seeing it within ourselves. It is about to express these emotions and putting them to what? To work. So imagine you are reborn, and now all this energy that is going to be coming into you, it tells you got a second chance to have this opportunity, to have these ways to make your life better. Would you take it? Okay? Would you take it? All right, 5 o'clock. This is going to be the energy with Chiron. That is going to be leading more about this patterns with Jupiter. Of course, that's what I was talking about. This immaturity is going to come in. It's going to be looking at, staring at you. You're going to be like, why I'm acting like this? Why I'm afraid of this? Why I have these problems? Okay. So whatever problems you can have, you start digging it, and little by little, actually today I was talking about this, you need to understand that the problems that you see it, if you picture one triangle, okay, you see it right here on the surface, and there's quite a few problems. But when you start going down and down, the problem is one, down below. You go down to the root. And when you're fixing the root, okay, when you're fixing the root, all this it crumbles, and then you start building it the proper way. And this is about how to build your new cells, but it's going to be required to put these energies out. For those who do it, maybe it's going to be require some new places. Maybe it's going to be requiring loss of money, loss of security. Because for some of the people within the material, who have some more material world, I mean, this is a Taurus Aquarius energies. This is a stubbornness on cubes. Okay, I mean, this is the moments when a Taurus, they need to understand that it cannot be always so fixed, so stubborn, and so judgmental in all the way. Okay. And it's like, no, it's going to be on my will. Make it your will, but make it with what? With wisdom. Okay? That you need to improve yourself. So the energy that it's going to be of Aquarius, because Aquarius, they are not fixed in a way. Because their energy is like, okay, I'm going to be fixed right now on this and this, but then after I finish this, I'm going to be fixed on something else. I'm going to fix on the next stage of evolution. I'm going to fix on the next things in there. So Aquarius is moving a little bit. That is going to be giving us some flexibility. But as that inner work that is going to be coming in at Taurus, is going to be asking you about a change in the material ways. Hi, the 7 o'clock. This is going to be again inner work. That it's going to be a Taurus, but that's going to be sextile in Jupiter. The growth in the family, of course. When you grow and you find things in the material world, and the material world is great. What else is great? The family ways is great, right? And this energy is going to be some very, very powerful. We're going to see some also divine energies because the ascendant is going to be at Virgo. Very beautiful energy between the moon, Neptune, and Saturn with the energy of the Mars, vertex, the Sun, Mercury, and Venus. Very beautiful pact. Pay attention to 7 p.m. Because at 7 p.m., the energy that it's going to be coming in is going to be pointing out how and why you have to work and heal things on your own. It is Virgo's energy. This yachts doesn't happen very often, guys. I'm talking about like for no purpose, but since this planet is going to be moving slowly right now, we're seeing this yacht pointing out towards the beginning of Virgo. And we talk about these yachts because this is going to be some for a while because Pluto, Neptune, and Saturn, they were here, right? But we're seeing it how this divine energy is helping. Okay, you put the love, the values, the communications, your will of authority, the transformations, the actions that is needed, and the opportunities are open. You take them, you pointing out towards what you need to do within your own self. And that energy of your own self is going to be giving you a new structures, a new visions, removing the illusions, and taking that new emotional will and putting into practice. It's called discipline. Okay, so who is a more hard to be disciplinized? Aries. And that's what this beautiful energy is in there. Take the discipline to put everything within you. Okay? If Aries has one positive aspect, this is the discipline. But if it's in a negative way, you cannot change them. God forbid you cannot change them, even if you're trying. All right, 8 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Gemini in there, but that is going to be another pillar of helping because it's going to be passing through Uranus, of course. Changes is needed, changes is required, but the changes are good as long as you have ability, capability for adaptability. You to be able to adapt, and that's how you're going to survive. But it's going to be a required evolution. If you want to adapting to the new ways of the age of Aquarius, you have to adapt in there. Okay? All right, later on at 9 o'clock, we're going to see some calm down within the storms. Of course, a lot of the dualities is going to be kicking in because the inner work of Gemini is going to be squaring the ascendant that it's in Virgo against stubbornness in there. Could be because of this duality. I want this, but also I want that, and I want both. Can't have both. Either or. Okay? Either or. You can't just have one thing and do nothing. You need to understand the energies has to move. But if you're stuck within the dualities in there and you're trying to have the best of the both worlds and do nothing, you're just gonna be staying on that duality all the time. Okay? Hi, Sue Long. Glad to see you here. All right, 10 o'clock. I was talking about these energies. This is about these cardinal triggers, and if you are right now Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, you have something in the beginning and the front of those first degrees in there, you're going to be feeling a pressure after 10 o'clock because you're going to see these energies that it's going to come in and it's going to shake up everything within you about cardinal processes in there. Because the cardinal changes, they are the leaders. They're leading the path. If you cannot if you're not having a very good energies on the cardinal signs, be a great follower. That's all I can tell you. Okay, but don't stay in a way on a cardinal signs. All right, it's never a good idea. But this trigger that is going to be coming in with the inner work is going to be triggered particularly as this yacht. We're going to see some of the oppositions of ascendant that is going to be at Libra. It's going to be opposing the Aries. And this is where you need to understand. Don't put your emotional problems in the relationships. Moon in the 7th house in Aries. Period. Okay? Just because you have a personal problems, don't dump them in your partner. That is a big warning in there. Gotta be very careful what you know about family. Alright? But if you look at it within the shadow is going to be telling you about patterns within yourself, how those patterns affecting your family growth, and it's going to be asking you how to change and how this is going to be transform you. This is a particularly in a position. So imagine that you lived an abused family, and now since you lived an abused family, you are a cop. You become a policeman. And all of a sudden, you know, when you're talking to people during your work and so on, you have this aggravation burst. Should have been you being a cop. You have to look at it that kind of like a positions in a way like this. You need to change. You need to evolve. It cannot be like that. But at the same time, you need to heal your pattern. So heal the family pattern, then become the professional cop. That's kind of like in a way I'm bringing it in because those energies they are going to be asking, particularly with this, because see, this is a personality, family, partnership, and a workmanship, which is a Capricorn. Okay. And the things at 11 o'clock is going to be a nice, calm. Hopefully you're going to be okay. The moon is going to be okay with Lilith. The moon is going to be trining, this fiery moon is going to be trining the firing Lilith. Lilith it is over at Sagittarius, and you're going to be okay with the shadow work you did today. So that's what it was, the astrogravitational report for today. Excuse me. So, what is going to be happening at 24th of January at 7 o'clock in the morning? Well, the moon is going to be at 9 degrees of Aries. Pretty much is going to be beginning to sextile everything that is over at Aquarius. In there, we're going to see some great energies of actions, transformations, will, and so on and so on, as a communications, but as a love and as a value. Because later on at 8 o'clock, that energy is going to be even more beautiful. But saying it within that, you need to be also understanding that that moon in Aries has its own specific energies. Okay? You to learn to expressing the will over these emotions. Yes, this is very beautiful aspect at the moment and so on. But when you're looking at those energies and those actions in there, sometimes this possessiveness of love that the Aries wants in there can cause a lot of damage. All right? So be mindful, be wise in there, but at the same time, express it. Express your will of emotions. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for coming in. Darling, love you. Thank you so much for cleaning the chat. And I will be calling you shortly. Much love to you guys.